Now it's visible.
Yes, sir.
So what I said, there are 64 preamble sequence is allocated for cell. One or several root sequences are required per cell to create these 64 preambles that already I taught you. Random access procedure starts by UE by selecting any of the preamble randomly from all available preamble. We draw the call for the last class. Then I said preamble sequence for cell are divided into two subset: preamble for contention based Rach procedure, preamble for non-contention based Rach, that already I said last class. Now these groups are divided into group A, group B. Now points are coming from here. So the next parameter, what in SIB2 or RRC connection coefficient will transmitted, number of RA preamble. This is one parameter. See, in one word, this is one complete information element. So no space. Number of parameter, number of preamble, and here the syntax is for every word the first alphabet will be the capital. Suppose number N capital, of O capital, RA R capital, preamble P capital. So number of RA preamble, one word, no space. This parameter will tell the total number of preamble for available for UE to transmit the Rach request message. Means after the your contention based non-contention based Rach procedure, whatever the preamble is available there. So they will tell the total number of preamble available for UE to transmit the Rach request. This parameter will be transmitted by the E node within SIV2. So this is the first parameter. कुछ parameter ध्यान रखो जो तुम्हें log में दिखेंगे. Number of RA preamble. Then next preamble, size of RA preamble group A. See again same one word, no space. This is again one parameter, information element. Size of RA preamble group A. So total how many numbers are preamble available for your UE to transmit the Rach request? That parameter will tell by this number of RA preamble. How many preamble will be available in group A? So total number of preamble available in group A will be defined by this parameter. Size of RA preamble group A, and again all this parameter will transmitted within SIV2 when your UE in idle mode and RRC connection reconfiguration request message when your UE in connected mode. So then message size group A. This will tell that threshold value. I said na, how UE will decide this much size is less or this much size is big. So threshold value for message size, which will select the preamble from group A in terms of bit, it will define by the message size group A. Means suppose if layer 3 message or RRC layer का message आ रहा, whatever the message coming from RRC layer, they will check from this parameter. This is threshold value. If that is less than this value, message size group A, if this is less than this value, then yes, then your RRC message size is less size, so it will select the group A. Otherwise, it will select the group B. And the value of this message size, how much size is small, that value of message size will be again transmitted in SIB2 or RRC connection reconfiguration. Their possible value are this: 56 bit, 144 bit, 208 bit, 256 bit. Means out of these value, E node will broadcast any one value for your message size group A. Suppose they broadcast 144, for example. Means if any RRC message will come from higher layer, which size will be less than 144 bit, means that message will select the preamble from group A. And if the message size is more than that, then you will select the Primble from the group. And then you will select the Primble, and then you will send the Rach request to the first available PRACH resource. Clear है? अभी both questions answer clear? धनेश्वर, संजय?
नहीं सर, अभी जो बताए वो जल्दी जल्दी खत्म हो गया सर, इतना क्लियर नहीं हुआ।
कितने अच्छे तो बता दिए। संजय क्लियर हुआ?
ग्रुप भी यस सर।
मतलब नहीं समझ में आया धनेश्वर तो बोलो सर नहीं समझ में आया। जल्दी जल्दी कहाँ बताया, मैं बोला था क्लियरली बताया, जल्दी जल्दी क्या बताया, मैं हर लाइन बताया। क्या समझ में आया धनेश्वर? टेल मी व्हाट यू डिड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड।
सर जो मैसेज साइज है जैसे 64 एनसीएफ माइनस एनसीएफ वो तो टोटल मैसेज हुआ। अब वो दो भाग में डिवाइड हो रहा है सर, स्मॉल साइज और लार्ज साइज। तो
ऐसा मैं कहा हूँ
कैसे
स्मॉल साइज लार्ज साइज में डिवाइड हो रहा है, वो मैं इसी वाला ग्रुप ए ग्रुप बी में।
जी सर, तो वो कौन सा मैसेज ग्रुप ए में जा रहा है, कौन सा ग्रुप बी में जा रहा है, ये
देखो ना पैरामीटर है मैसेज साइज ग्रुप ए, ये वैल्यू ई नोट भी बताएगा। अच्छा देखो लिखा हुआ ग्रुप ए, तो यहाँ देखो लिखा हुआ इफ लेयर 3 मैसेज साइज इज लेस देन मैसेज साइज ग्रुप ए, जो इसकी वैल्यू रहेगी उससे ये लेयर 3 मैसेज साइज कम हो गई तो ग्रुप ए में जाएगा, अदरवाइज ग्रुप बी में जाएगा।
ठीक है सर। और
मैसेज साइज ग्रुप ए की वैल्यू क्या होगी, तो वही पॉसिबल वैल्यू है कि दीज आर द पॉसिबल वैल्यू ऑफ मैसेज साइज ग्रुप ए 56, 144, 208, 256। These are the possible size of message size group A. These are the possible value. Out of this, at a time, E node will send one value. Suppose in your cell, E node will send any say 208. So message size group A value become 208. तो वह इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि सपोज एनी मैसेज केम विद द 170 bit, so that is less than this 208 na, so then you will select the preamble from group A and send the Rach request. If suppose that message size lasts more than 208, it will go select the preamble from group B. धनेश्वर निरंजन कहाँ है धनेश्वर? बहुत दिन से देखने जा रहा है, 2-3 दिनों से।
उसका सर अभी क्लस्टर ड्राइव उसको मिल गया है, इसलिए वो अभी नई क्लास कर रहा है सवेरे।
क्या मिल गया उसको?
क्लस्टर ड्राइव मिल गया है सर, वो टेस्टिंग का
अच्छा अभी किसी को दिक्कत है तो मुझे बताओ। एनीवन हैविंग डाउट? गगन क्लियर? गगन, नाकेश तुम्हारा मैं आवाज बहुत दिनों से सुना, एक बार तो आवाज तो सुना दो कम से कम।
यस सर।
बहुत दिनों से आवाज नहीं सुना है तुम मुझे।
सर सेशन में तो बहुत दिनों बाद चल रहा है अपना
सेशन, बहुत दिनों बाद चल रहा है। बेन्ना चौक सेशन गया था मैं।
वेडनेसडे को आता सर, आज ही है।
अच्छा तुम नहीं आए ना, तो बोले कि सेशन मुझे मरवा देते हो, मुझे लगा कि मैं तो लास्ट वीक सेशन लिया।
नहीं सर, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है।
अच्छा तुम नहीं आ पाए थे, वही मैं बोला। चलो ठीक। हाँ, so next now understand, so you select the now preamble from either group A or group B, and then you will send the Rach request message. So when you will send the Rach request message, this is the power level with which you will transmit the PRACH request with the PRACH preamble transmit power. With which power you will have to send the PRACH preamble, because if power level will not be enough, your Rach preamble cannot be received by the e-node. Suppose you will send some PRACH preamble, and if suppose this power level is not enough, it cannot reach to e-node B. It will fail. So now we will see that power with what power we have to send the PRACH request, PRACH preamble to the E node V, or if a power will not be enough, then how you will increase the power level. So that point we'll see. So to transmit the PRACH preamble, the minimum of these two power level, धनेश सर फिर आराम से देखो, मत बोलना जल्दी में हो गया. Minimum of PC max, this PC max will defined based on your different UE categories. Most probably we are using the value around 23 dBm. So this is called the power class maximum according to your UE categories. PC max will be defined. So minimum of this or path loss plus preamble received target. ये दोनों का एडिशन ऑफ दिस टू कंपोनेंट और पीसी मैक्स, द मिनिमम ऑफ दिस टू वैल्यू will be the power associated with your PRACH preamble. Path loss will already come in the measurement report. Preamble received target power is again one more information element that we'll see in the again Rach logs. So preamble received target power depends upon these parameters. Means what should be the received target power of the preamble? That value will depend upon this. Again, you have to now understand 1, 2, 3, 4 parameter, 5. 1, 2. This value depends upon this 1, 2, 3, 4 parameters. Now again, we'll see the 4 parameter of the Rach procedures. So it depends upon the initial received target power plus delta preamble plus preamble counter minus 1 into wrapping step. Please understand again clearly, preamble received target power equal to this calculation. Means if you know this parameter means delta preamble, initial received target power, preamble counter ramping step, then we can get the preamble received target power. So initial received target power, now this parameter will be broadcasted within SIB2. So it is SIB2 which will again transmit this value, preamble received target power value. Their value is generally is the minus 90 dB, this is starting from the minus 90 dB to minus 20 dBm. This is the possible value of this initial received target power. Their range, within that range, some value E node will instruct the UE, but within this range only. So E node will broadcast within SIV2. Delta preamble depends upon your preamble format. Preamble format, you know. धनेश सर, कौन कौन सा preamble format है? धनेश सर,
फॉर्मेट, हाँ सर,
कितने preamble format है?
सर याद नहीं आ रहा है सर.
संजय,
4 sir, 4.
preamble format 4 are there, 0, 1, 2, 3. So depends upon the preamble format, delta preamble value will depend. So if suppose preamble format is 0 and 1, the fixed value of delta preamble is 0 dB. 2, 3, that is minus 3 dB. This is again, you will get the, so based on the preamble ID, your mobile will get the preamble format. Please पहले class revision नहीं किया तो revision करो आप लोग. So based on the preamble ID, preamble format will be selected, and then based on preamble format, automatically delta preamble value will be read. Then next parameter is a preamble counter, means how many times you are sending the Rach preamble. Because if suppose you send the Rach request message Rach preamble, if it will be fail, then again you will retransmit. So how many times you are retransmitting the Rach request message, that will be calculated by the preamble counter. So it will allow that maximum how many times you can retransmit, that value will be calculated by this preamble counter. This is counting, this is counter which will count how many times it's allowed to transmit your Rach request message. Then ramping step just like if this much power is not enough, to receive your Rach Prember, then you will increase the power level. Na? So with how much steps, with which rate power level will, I'm doing this, showing this diagram, so just like a step. With how much step, with what rate power level will be increased, that is called the ramping step. Suppose ramping step value is 2 dB, for example. It means if it is flop, again you increase by the 2 dB. Again fail, again increase by the 2 dB. Suppose ramping step. So ramping step is the possible values 2 dB, 4 dB, 6 dB. These are the possible 0 dB when if not required, then 0 dB. So these are the possible value of the ramping stem. I think it is not right. Premble counter right. हाँ, so देखो Premble counter में लिखते हैं यहाँ पे. Premble counter will count the number of retransmission of Rach request if UE could not receive Rach response. So if UE could not receive the Rach response within the limitation of Premble counter, UE will keep transmitting the Rach request. UE will be initialized with value 1. Obviously, the first time you transmit the Rach Premble, so it will initialize with the value 1 only, na? When the Rach Premble will be transmitted. Say. Premble counter means it will be initialized with value 1 when Rach Premble will be transmitted, and Rach request Premble will be retransmitted till maximum allowed value of Premble counter. Whatever the maximum value of Premble counter, till then it will retransmit if your Rach Premble was not successful. But power level बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. So with what step, with which rate? That is the ramping step. Will define the rate at which power level has to increase. That possible value is 0246 dB, and this value also transmit within SIB2 or RRC connection reconfiguration request. Same step. So these are again very important parameters. Till here, anyone having doubt, please tell me. आज तो नकुल तुमको सारा बाउंसर जा रहा होगा.
हेलो.
Yes, please.
सर मोहित सर
मोहित.
जस्ट एक बार वो डेल्टा वाला एक बार आप बताएंगे दोबारा से. उसमें फोर स्टेप्स था ना.
डेल्टा प्रेम्बल जो है मोहित, that depends upon the Premble format. Understood them? So based on your Premble format value, delta Premble value will define. So what is your mobile Premble format? How you will know when you transmit the Rach Premble. So just start the, I think, second class of your Rach procedure, second or third. When I said that mobile will read the Premble ID, there is, you remember there are 64 Premble ID?
Right.
In that 64 Premble ID, I said ना 16 का 4 ग्रुप बनता है, 16. So each Premble format is having the 16 Premble ID. Means suppose 0 to 15. This Premble ID belongs from the Premble format 0. If suppose your mobile selected the Premble ID from 16 to 31, means Premble format 1. So already your mobile knowing the Premble format value, correct?
Right.
Based on the Premble format, I said there is fixed value of delta Premble. If Premble format is 0, 1, then delta Premble is the 0 dB. If Premble format is 2, 3, then it's 3 dB.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else? Subhant, Jagan Raju.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.